I have another amazing kid to introduce to you, a young lady who was one of the outstanding speeches at our speech meet that just happened recently. She did such an amazing job. We thought you'd enjoy her presentation. So let's welcome Eden.
Sojourner Truth, 1797 through 1883, was born a slave in New York State and was emancipated by that state in 1828. She traveled through the North preaching religion, abolitionism, and women's rights. In 1850, she attended the first National Women's Rights Convention in Worcester, Massachusetts. And the following year, she spoke at the Ohio Women's Rights Convention. Her words were transcribed by Francis Gage, the convention's organizer, and was printed in the 1878 edition of the Narrative of Sojourner Truth. This speech is on women's rights and was given by Sojourner Truth at the Ohio Women's Rights Convention in Akron, Ohio. Well, children, where there is so much racket, there must be something out of kilter. I think that twixt the Negroes of the South and the woman at the North, all talking about rights that the white man will be in a fix pretty soon. But what's all this here talking about? That man over there says that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place. And ain't I a woman? Look at me. Look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man could heed me. And ain't I a woman? I could work as much and eat as much as a man when I could get it, and bear the lash as well. And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children, and most of them all sold off to slavery. And when I cried out with a mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman? Then they talk about this thing in the head. What's this they call it? Intellect, whispered someone near. That's it, honey. What's that got to do with women's rights and Negroes' rights? If my cup won't hold but a pint and yours a quart, won't you be mean not to let me have my little half measure full? Then that little man in black over there, he says that women can't have as many rights as men, 'cause Christ wasn't a woman. Well, where did your Christ come from? Where did your Christ come from? Where did your Christ come from? From God and a woman. Man had nothing to do with him. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, then these women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. And now that they is asking to do it, the white men better let them. Obliged y'all for hearing on me, and now old Sojourner ain't got nothing more to say.